Which car is this? It's the Gauntlet. Yeah, I don't know. We need to talk to Max for sure. If I'm not completely fucking dead when I touch down, I'll try and get on and go to the wedding and shit. He's off today. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm not gonna be able to do shit today. Like, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna go straight back to packing my bags and shit. And then try and get some sleep before I have to go to the fucking airport. PD's retention is screwed. It's because they're not quick enough. It's like a never-ending thing, right? They want to have quality over quantity. And because of that, the people that then are promoted to officers are doing their job, but with not enough other officers, so they get burned out. So they leave. And now you're down bad again until you get new officers. And then the same cycle repeats. Are there any benefits to getting married on the server? Yes, there is. You have no chain of command or promotion chain? Yeah, I feel like all the spots need to be filled out as well. Do I think denying all cops was a good idea? No, I don't. What I still think is funny is that everyone keeps complaining about Max, and they're worried about Max doing shit. But now that we know that we have the power to do these things, let's just fucking do it. Max is not gonna fire anyone. I'm gonna fucking fire them. Get out! Promotions, let's go. Samantha, thank you so much for the 11 months. Do it, no balls. I'm gonna have a talk with Max. I'm gonna be like, hey, what are we able to do? Can we fire and hire and whatnot, or what's the deal here? Max will not do it? No, but Michael probably will.
Okay, so as I was saying before, since now I can actually like think, there is like 3 main points that the PD's having. The first one is they don't have enough feet on the ground. The FTOs are all burnt out. There isn't enough FTOs. It's just causing quality of calls to go down. The answer is to invite back experienced officers, and they don't want that, to invite back people who have experience so that they can take minimal training to get their boots on the ground. There's multiple ways you can do this. Some, conversations might need to be had about that. Some they're not going to be happy with. Second thing is money. They have no way to self-sustain because there's like nothing to self-sustain with. And also there's nothing to self-sustain with. So they're just basically being told to survive on nothing. And the third is that they need a fully functioning chain of command that is fleshed out with higher ranks in, as well as the lower ranks in and the medium ranks, so there's more delegation. And that also comes with the fact that they need as well, that will help with impartiality when it comes to review boards. Or you can just separate review boards in general and put them into a completely different and say that it needs to be an outside source that over reviews the data points.
Jesus Christ.
That is a very minimal sum of the people I've spoken to. Those are the 4 points that I think are sticking the most.
This car wants to go sideways.
Yep, it does.
I just feel like we need to stop promoting people.
It's not going to answer it.
Huh?
Well, it's not going to answer anything. How do you promote people when there's nothing below them?
Well, what do you mean below them? There is though.
There
I'm not saying to
nothing.
promote them straight to being commissioner nor a captain.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that even putting them as lieutenant and sergeant doesn't fix the issue of the fact that there's only 5 people on duty.
No, yeah.
What the
So
fuck
you
is
were
the sergeant gonna do?
taken away from the people that are already there. Well, yeah, no, but it's an infinite cycle though. That's the issue as well, because the lack of people is demotivating people, meaning that they're stepping away, and then when other people are then qualified enough to actually finally go on duty, that means they're going to be down bad and then get demotivated. So it's an infinite cycle, meaning that we just have to make a.
So you need to break that cycle by getting the experienced people in.
Yes, exactly. So you need to
feet on the ground, and then you get the promotions in place.
Yeah. So you have to just. They have to just bite the fucking bullet and hire the people they didn't want to hire before. So we can just
do that though. That's the thing. They could literally just look through it and be like, "Hey, do you have experience in this city or in a city?" And they go, "Yes." And they go, "Are you willing to mold yourself into what we want?" Yes. Bam.
Well, I think everyone is, right? I don't think just because they were PD 5 years ago, they're not willing to change.
Well, okay. So think of it like it's not about them willing to change. It's more about their expectations with the tenure that comes with them. I think that's what they're trying to beat out of people, is that you are coming into a new PD in which your past doesn't fucking matter. Are some people going to be able to adapt to that? Yes. Are some not? Yes.
Yeah, but mass hiring hasn't even been a thing, right? How many of the people that were at the PD Academy are actually in PD right now? Wait, what is this song? I'm gonna send it down the highway.
Yeah.
But it also goes hand in hand with like the entire thing of firing. I don't think right now, as much as yes, I understand that as much as I think that yes, somebody needs to be made an example of at some point, I feel like right now there isn't.
You could suspend and get the same thing. I also think it's really disgusting to announce that you fired someone and tell everyone that you're making them the example. That's kind of weird.
Did they do that?
Yes, that's what they did to Den.
Wait. Who did they announce it to? Like the entirety of the city or PD?
The entire PD.
They fired him and then said that he is the
then
example.
Announced it and then said that basically he was the first person. You will be invited back, but at this time they're sticking to their guns with the DAT points and firing him.
So for something that was basically out of his fucking hands, and then that he's used. Give me a second.
Yes.
Yo.
Hey, yo, just giving you some info. Like we promised, we can make the group that I'm with can make ammo.
Beaten, thank you so much for 12 months.
I'm not necessarily sure how they got a blueprint for it, but I mean,
it's just 50 BTC. It's not that bad.
It is 50 BTC, but I hope you know it does waste the blueprint after a while.
It's like 200. I think you can make, plus you need 10 off-cuts or something. So I calculated a price. I think each one you make is basically valued at 180. And that's
180. So you're telling me a magazine worth of 10 is worth a fucking grand?
That's who I'm with.
Yes. If you...
I have Michael.
In theory, if you were to sell or buy a 30 pack, you would sell it for 3,000 maybe?
Okay, we're on the way. See you soon. Bye.
Yeah, the pricing's a bit weird, so just keep that in mind. Magazines especially gonna be fucking... if you break down the pricing of a magazine, it's 20 grand at least.
Isn't that more expensive than the gun itself?
No, because you can actually go out and get shit for that. Whereas for the other blueprint, you can't. You have to do it specifically. You know, those parts are not something you can just obtain.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I'd say the value of that is way higher, but I don't know what the value is because I haven't talked to people about it.
Okay. Well, shit. Well, I just wanted to give you like a heads up because you said if I knew anything, promise.
Yeah.
So-
I do appreciate it. It's not so much other than yes, it's nice to know how to market this. Other than that, I don't need.
It costs I think it costs like 10 metal offcut
Yeah,
pieces.
and if they go for
So-
8 per, that's 80 in itself plus the BTC that you then use. And if you
Yeah,
say
which
that a
is-
BTC is worth, you fucking cunt. If a BTC is worth 400 per,
Is it worth 400? Because
That is
people
like-
are selling it. People are selling it from upwards of like literally fucking a grand.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like somebody said that they saw it for 400, so that's what I've been calculating my prices off of, is for 400. And then again, like I said, that's 180 per bullet. Imagine if that was 1,000 per BTC. That would up it to at least 300 per bullet, if not more.
Jesus Christ! Literally reminds me of like the Team Fortress 2 heavy meet the heavy fucking video.
Yeah, well,
Literally, it costs too much to fucking
yeah,
costs too much fucking to do that shit.
yeah. It cost $1 million to fire this for 12
But
seconds.
exactly,
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty much.
yeah, pretty much.
So
And
yeah,
but I mean, shit. I mean, guns aren't really getting expensive. I don't think. I mean, guns will always be expensive. Like, I mean, a Desert Eagle back in the day was 50K. Like, let's be real.
yeah.
But I mean, it's not about the guns at this point. I think it's more about the ammo and the supply to make the guns.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So, I'm not necessarily what to do about the whole material game because I refuse to do Sandy. Fuck that. I refuse to touch the trash market. I do Sandy like when there's something I want out of
Okay,
it. Like, I don't
go
know,
straight there. Let me
boosting a
prep you before
car
I
and
interrupt
building
your
it
phone.
from fucking scratch. But that's the only time I ever do Sandy. You know?
Yeah.
But-
No, I'm not gonna touch it either. So.
Yeah. So also, I don't. You know, like a good way to make money that isn't grime?
Nope.
Because I can't sell my trucks anymore from G6. So I still haven't gotten a felony since like the G6 incident way back when, which is fine, and I'm okay with that. And I said to myself, if I can get 100K before that, I'll get an expungement.
Yeah.
But if I get a felony after that, then fuck the expungement because that's 500K altogether. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Ain't got no
also, as deputy mayor, this is a deputy mayor question. What the fuck are you gonna do about all these citizens writing up about gun licenses, my dude? Because it seems like there seems to be a lot of civil unrest, bro. And you're looking at a revolution, bro.
I don't give a shit.
What do you mean you don't give a shit? You're the
Why
deputy
would
mayor,
I?
dude.
Why would I give a shit though? People don't see the bigger picture. They just say, "Oh, I want gun to defend self." Okay, you're
mean,
not seeing the problem in that. You having a gun doesn't mean shit. If somebody runs up on you and they know you have a gun, they're just gonna take that from you, and then you're fucked anyways.
Oh yeah, 100%. I know that because I don't care. I had my gun license throughout like all of the 5 years ago. You know what I mean? I never used it violently like that. You know?
Yeah. So it's not just getting a license isn't the end all for
Yeah.
this fucking
be all.
problem. Yeah. And people need to
So,
realize that. So even if we
I
do
don't
put it like when we do put it out, there's definitely gonna be some exceptions. Like you have to be a valued member of society, not just some bum with 50 grand.
Am I a valued member of society, Michael Simone?
You have
Damn
a
it.
felony. You can't
a
get
non-violent felony.
It's still a felony. You can't get a weapons license.
Dude, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, a non-violent felon?
Well, we don't have any legislations for it yet, so maybe that changes, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Look, a non-violent felony with a gun license doesn't come on. That's some leeway, right? Come on. That could be the leeway. Like, think about it. If I'm a non-violent, completely understandable. If I'm a violent felony, why the fuck do I have a gun license? You know what I mean? But a non-violent felony that's done I'm pretty sure if I'm non-violent, in fact, me having a gun shouldn't be a problem because I'm non-violent. But I completely understand if the court wants to fuck me over again, and I'm just gonna be without a fucking without a fucking gun license and random fucking guns also, which would be funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
'Cause
We'll figure it out, my man. Don't worry.
all right,
People just need to
well,
relax.
oh, I don't care about it. You know me. I love. Don't get me wrong. I loved the city before when there was no fucking weapons and everyone was just running around with knives like hoodlums. That shit was funny, dude. Someone pops out of an alley trying to rob you. You want to get chefed up, bruv, and you just fucking walk away. It's the funniest shit ever.
That sounds like a you thing, yeah.
Well, all right, Mr. Simone. I'll catch you later then.
All right.
All
Well, yeah,
right,
good
later.
one, bye. All right, so what am I doing now? Just rolling up? Not rolling up?
Mikhail, my lovely Mikhail. This is Nakota's house we're going to because Nakota's having a meltdown. However, I need you to remember that he's actually zipped a lot in the last 24 hours, something that he doesn't like.
So what am I doing? I'm just keeping shot.
He wants to talk with us.
Uh-huh.
He said, please come to my house immediately.
Okay.
I said, we're on the way. Open mind, please. He's going to be doom spiraling hard.
So no cracking jokes that I can run the PD because I am the PD
no,
now.
You can crack those jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You can crack those jokes, but what I mean is don't go on the defensive when he says you all fucking suck.
Why would I go on the defensive?
Maybe you'll take it personally.
They're all attacking Max and not me, so there's nothing to take personal.
Yeah, but isn't Max your best friend forever?
When was this ever established that he's my best friend forever?
You ran for deputy mayor to support him, Michael.
True. Also, he has a house in Mirror Park. That's...
Yes, it's right next to Mary.
Is this guy making bank? They really are making a lot of money in PD, huh?
Keep going. Left here.
Here?
He's inside. He'll be out in 3 minutes, he said. Yeah, look how pretty they live. Look at their backyard. Look at this shit. Look at their backyard versus ours.
Why are you complaining about our backyard?
Hello. Yes, I will be.
I wonder if he's just gonna have an opinion that I am openly carrying a firearm.
Because we look out onto our neighbor's garden. They look out onto the city. Because there's trash in our backyard as well.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Look at this. Look, they have a pool. Where's our pool? Huh?
Yeah, well, we used to have a pool when it was raining 24/7 and it didn't actually drain the fucking water. So there used to be a pool in the backyard, but no, now it's actually not raining anymore, so...
They have grass that's being mowed.
You saying our grass isn't mowed?
Grass isn't mowed. It's overgrown.
Just go buy a fucking goat or a cow. We'll get rid of it.
Okay, all right. So now we're gonna look after that entire house and the top of that. That's reasonable, right? That's your answer. Also, Matt kills the wild animals in our garden.
Yeah, well, I'm about to call his ass. He's not picking up. I was going to call him and tell him to make himself useful and mow the lawn.
Well, I mean, it would make him useful. Hey, Dakota.
Hello.
Lovely to see everyone.
It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Let's go to the backyard.
Should I bring cigarettes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You can go and I'll be right back. I wonder if you could make a real-time mowing job where... Can you... Is there any natives for that? Set? Any grass natives? Boba, thank you so much for the 10 months.
Oh, hey, Michael.
Hello. Why is there so much shit in here?
Is your car different again?
Yeah, it's not trash anymore. It actually looks decent now.
Oh.
Yes. Alright, I got another meeting to go to as always. I'll let you know if I have time before storm.
Yeah, you should check out my place. I have a prison.
More passion. You could, in theory, always do it with objects, right? Just spawn a lot of objects on the ground.
There you go.
Scripted YMAS probably. Yeah, but how would you... Well, yeah, I guess, but that would be client side. Alright, what am I looking at?
You'll know.
The captains of the LSPD and their panel have decided that,
That was
talking to them
apparently
in front...
10 minutes before he vetoed one of the captain's votes to fire Cornwood.
Wait, so he's not... Wait, he vetoed the firing of Cornwood?
Correct.
Huh. Have you talked to Cornwood, Jenny?
Not yet.
Okay. So we don't know...
He was around last night, but he was like inundated with people.
So we don't know what his strike points were given for?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So which captain is this? This is not Root, is it? Was this before or after she fired herself or put herself on leave or whatever she did?
The vote happened before she was suspended. Excuse me, she suspended herself.
Yeah.
They were giving him the results. And then the mayor said, nah.
Okay. I was not there, as per usual, so it's hard to say how the meeting went. Knowing Max and the captains, there was probably a lot of yelling.
Well, apparently, 24 hours before this, he was in front of MRPD with a crowd of people with the captains, screaming and calling Ruth a bitch and a treasonist in front of like 20 people.
One more time for me?
In front of a large crowd, including members of the PD, the mayor called an active captain a bitch and a treasonist.
Well, he did that before too. So
Okay, but that's not okay, Michael.
I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying like it is not.
And like the treason is saying, by the by, he's been screaming that for days, but don't call someone a bitch in public.
Since when is that against? I guess when you put the mayor into the mix.
when it's a mayor who holds a lot of power and influence in the city, and his words have meaning to empower.
It's hard to say though. Again, I wasn't at the meeting. Am I against the vetoing? It all depends on what he was striked for, I'd say. Do I think right now he should be fired as things are? No. So, like, don't get me wrong. I know at some point when the PD has been filled up, it has to, you know, people have to get striked, people have to get fired. But I think right now, there should be more leeway. But again, I don't know what he was striked for in the past. Hence why I'm asking if Jenny has talked to him yet.
No, I have not. I didn't have the pleasure to, unfortunately. He was in PD waiting for his panel last night, and he was surrounded by people who were trying to talk to him.
Yeah. Again, I would like to have an opinion on this matter, but again, I wasn't there. It's hard. It's the same thing with, do I think that she is a treasoner or a traitor or whatever, treasonist? Probably not. I think she made a bad taste, bad joke at the wrong time. But again, I wasn't.
She didn't. That's the thing. She said, it wasn't even, it was literally a, if you can do that, why can't we do that? She wasn't saying she was going to do it.
No, but it's still not the time. There's a time and a place for shit, though. And I feel like in that moment probably wasn't the right time.
No, that I do agree with, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But does that make her treasonous?
No, I'm saying she's
No.
not. I'm not saying she is. That train is Max's thing.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has agreed to it other than Max himself. Well, okay,
What,
maybe he's
Dakota?
bringing other people on board, but at the meeting, I don't think anyone else said it than him. Maybe Siobhan. Siobhan?
Siobhan.
Siobhan, no. That's the name.
Yeah.
But I feel like she also kind of agrees with anything.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not necessarily disturbed by whether or not whether or not Cornwood should or should not be fired. That is not what I have an issue with in that situation.
Professionalism or lack thereof is what gets you fired. What you're worried about is the fact that he can veto something.
Well, I'm worried about two things. I'm worried about the fact that he thinks he can veto it and that apparently it was allowed. Because, again, there is language in that proposal that I believe is being misconstrued. There are words like not limited to, which does not mean unlimited, which I think there is a huge misconception about.
I think in that case, it's more of a, that legislation is an interesting one anyway because of the way things are written. It's basically saying we could enact any of this, but it also means we don't have to or we might not. That's basically all that legislation says.
Okay, so this guy walks up to me and tells me I'm fired. Am I just fired?
No.
But why? He just overruled a captain in the middle of a high command panel.
Did he though?
Would he walking up to an officer and telling them they're fired be any different? It's less of a stretch than what already happened.
Okay, did he explain why he vetoed it?
I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. He didn't want Cornwood to be fired.
Is that what he said?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I need to speak to a
Nick.
lot more people because
Connor.
apparently there was a host of people that were present for this. Not even people part of the panel.
Okay, so I think before we go down this he is unlimited power, I would like to hear why he did what he did.
I would also like to hear if he was allowed to just veto or if there was more to it. Because I feel like as much as we might have that power according to this legislation, I feel like the captains would push back. So I don't think they would just roll over and just let him do it. Like as much as this entire thing might have come across as we are the end all be all. Again, Crane is the one that kind of wrote it.
Right, and he has not been around to even speak about a lot of the things that I've been seeing. Because it's not just this.
Yeah. All right, give me 2 seconds, then we can talk about what else there is.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second, chat. Ah, my fucking old man legs. Fuck packing though. Oh my god. I still haven't put. Carrie, thank you so much for the 6 months.
Are either of you aware of why the captain suspended herself?
I heard it is active investigation into the statement that she made.
Apparently the mayor at a town hall, shortly after he was screaming about what a bitch she was in front of PD, stated on the record that she alluded to the fact that PD could overthrow the city council, and he was happy to announce that she was being prosecuted for her treasonous comments, and they had already hired lawyers to put it on the docket.
So she's being sued.
They're criminally
No,
pressing charges
that's
against her for
criminal. That's a
treason.
capital offense that he's attempting to push. That was in real time said by the Chief Justice to not be the case, and he is still going ahead with it. I'm gonna be honest, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not fired, I expect to wake up in a hospital bed at some point.
Why? That, like, what is making you assume that you're gonna get fired? Like, are you talking about fire from the PD? Or are you talking about to relieve the position on the council?
I believe that the mayor, with his newfound power, will fire me from PD, which will in turn remove me from my seat.
Okay. Well, okay. If the mayor is in a position where he can remove you from PD for whatever reason, I am also in a position to rehire you. Just because you go against or you don't agree with Max doesn't mean that he's going to remove you. If he does, I will put you back in the same position. Like, I am not a yes man for Max. I agreed with this because I think there is a need for what is going on. We need, like, the auditing, like everything.
I agree with the auditing.
Yes.
I do. I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that you're just a yes man for the mayor.
So if you're worried that he's going to remove you, then I can just tell you that if that's the case, I'm going to put you back. There's no reason to remove you. You're not a bad officer. You're not doing your job.
No, I know that. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm, not doing what I'm supposed to do. I think that the reason I would be removed is because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
And what? Questioning his decisions, or what do we what?
Daring to go against him, vote against him, daring to call out his wife in real time about the fact that she was going around to members of PD and telling them I need to be recalled because I'm not doing my duty. Like, I don't know how much smoke I'm supposed to see before I start yelling fire. And I do not want any of this to be misinterpreted as me saying that PD doesn't deserve to have, someone look under the hood. I agree that it absolutely should.
Calm down,
Jenny
Chad.
can tell you
Jesus
firsthand.
Christ.
I had a long form conversation with her yesterday in her capacity as an auditor, and I was not shy about how I felt. The same with
Or no.
Malton. So I know the PD needs to make changes. I, though, at my core, believe that the mayor doesn't actually care about that. I think that you might actually care about that. But I think that the mayor's actions alone in the last week show that he is more interested in causing destabilization than actually improving anything.
What? Okay. What has he done though in the last week? Other than, I guess, not having Cornwood fired or vetoed the firing of Cornwood. Like, I know he's loud. Don't get me wrong. I know he's loud. I know he got the thing going with your captain or former captain or whatever she is. But as a whole, what has he done to destabilize?
Going around and telling officers that if he gives them an order and they don't follow it, he will fire them.
And is this confirmed? Like, is there proof of this happening?
There is a police, unless an officer is lying in an official police report, it has been documented.
Okay. Am I allowed to see that, or is that for you, Jenny? Can you see those reports?
Nope. No.
I have a document, Michael, that I still need to add things to, but as soon as it is finished in the next couple, or maybe the next day or so, I will send it to you. I'll email it to you.
Okay.
I'm allowed to request them anyway, so
Yeah, but that's the thing. I know he's not trying to get people
just have to
fired,
go through
but
a senior or
I
captain.
also don't know the meta, and I don't know what happens, so it's hard to say. There is context, yeah. Like, again, and I've said this before, if Max does go all all out on destabilization, impeachment isn't really off the table. And that's what we said at the meeting too. Like, if he really is trying to destabilize and cause an issue and run PD further into the ground, then impeachment is not off the table, and it's definitely a reality.
But okay, so I understand that. I'm just worried about how much time are we supposed to give this before, like, he can do plenty of damage in the meantime if he wants to. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. Our numbers are low. We are hurting as a PD overall. On Saturday, if there is a out of nowhere decision by him to open up a new police station and start a new department, I don't really know what to say at that point. We don't even have the numbers at this point to properly staff the one we have. And I have a very strong feeling that will happen on Saturday. And I have a very strong feeling we're going to get more clown shows like we did last week, where there's 10 people in the room that aren't us.
I'm going to be one of the clowns.
Yeah, well, you're an auditor at least, so that's not what I mean.
Why Saturday meeting on Saturday?
My nose squeak.
What?
Like a clown?
You're not a clown.
He did call Slacks and Turner clowns.
Like, again, audit, I think, is actually going to be good. I believe that a lot of the issues that are being brought up to Jenny, Malton, Judge Glory, and Svensson will be of a benefit to everybody. I just think that the audit portion of this is a nice little mask on top of what this actually is.
I, again, need to actually have a conversation with Max and figure out what he's trying to do exactly, because I don't know. But again, my personal opinion is not that he's trying to destabilize. I think he's trying to fast track a lot of things. And from the conversations we've had, it's a necessity. Somebody has to do it. It's just the question is how. Give me a second. Make yourself useful and go mow the lawn at the house. Thank you. Bye. It's hard to say. I don't think he's maliciously trying to do something. Is he trying to, or is he using his card that he's in a position? Maybe. Has he done anything specific yet, other than the vetoing of Cornwood? Like, I'm not against it, but we had this conversation on Saturday. When was this brought into effect? He didn't have, like, what was his super
Monday.
Super majority or whatever, so I guess...
No, it wasn't super majority.
Yeah, so I guess there's time to veto it, which it wasn't. So I feel like, if anything, we need to at least give him some time. And then just... If he does start doing dumb shit, then you can always revert that dumb shit when he's impeached.
Okay.
Like, again, I'm not. I just want to not have games of telephone. That is my biggest issue.
That's fine.
And it's hard. It's hard when we're not in that room. We don't know what happened. And it's not that I don't believe you, but if you weren't there either, and this is like you heard it from somebody else that heard it from somebody else, it becomes
Well,
jumbled.
no, I heard it from someone in the room, but I'm speaking to Malton today, who was there.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
And if Malden was there, and this was pushed through. I feel like there's more to it than him just saying, well, I'm just going to veto and overturn your decision. Was he there?
Yeah, again, it's not necessary. I'm not necessarily
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
worried about
9.
the
There's 9 people in
context.
the
I'm more
image.
worried about the action.
I feel like we need to establish what we can and cannot do.
I agree, but because I don't know. I mean, if that's something that you want to pursue, that's good. I feel like if it's from me, it just looks terrible. Because I'm going to be perfectly honest, I do not think people should be coming in not in the PD and handling hiring and firing. Because at the end of the day, we're all at will.
Yeah. No, I don't necessarily disagree with you on that.
Right. So if he's trying to overturn the firing of someone, he's going directly against other legislation that's in effect.
Yeah, but I think the issue with that one is that he's trying to keep the PD running. He's not trying to hire nor fire. Because he's not the one firing nor hiring. He's just setting a stop for somebody getting fired. Yes, he's setting a stop for a firing because currently you're not in a position where you should be firing. Again, if it was gross negligence in whatever he did, then maybe. But again, I would like to know what exactly he did.
You're going to have to talk to the captains on that one then.
Yeah. Well, I think we just need to talk to people that were there, just in general.
Well, I'm talking to Malton today whenever he wakes up. I already messaged him.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be a bit on and off. I'm going to be unavailable again after Storm.
Okay. When you be back?
Maybe tomorrow.
Okay. But at least by what, Friday?
Hopefully. It should be as soon as possible.
Okay.
How long is the flight? Like 12 hours?
He's just saying he's
just that I'm
going to be unavailable.
Yeah.
Huh?
That I'm going to be unavailable after
When?
Storm. When?
Oh.
You know I'm traveling.
No, I don't.
Okay.
You never told me.
All right. Give me a second. I need a phone call.
Wait, you're traveling?
Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh.
No, you never told me.
Give me a second, chat. Am I a good sleeper on planes? I used to be, but not right now. Give me a second. My dad is calling. I have to be up at fucking... I have to be up at like 3:30, if not earlier. Fuck. Me. Sideways.
thing that I was gonna say, while I'm trying to be constructive along with spiraling, is when do we start submitting these names to you guys for commissioner? Because I think we need to get that going ASAP.
ASAP, I guess. Definitely want
So,
the
like,
ball rolling.
Yeah, because I figure I think
Where am I
maybe
going?
a
I'm
lot of my
going
fears will be
Texas.
alleviated if there is actually someone in position of power and they kind of take the baton from you two. And they'll have this nice report that everybody writes for them, ready to go.
Wait,
But
say that one more time.
the commissioner position gets selected, and then they take the baton from Max
Oh,
and
honey, you
Michael.
need to reread that legislation.
10
What do you mean?
hours
Doesn't
and 30
state
minutes.
that.
What do you mean? It says the commissioner does not answer to the mayor's office.
It does not say that the mayor hands all their power over to them either. They don't answer them. There's a really nice loophole there in which you could literally keep powers in the mayor's office while having a commissioner in role.
How would they have the power then if the commissioner doesn't answer to the mayor's office?
Because you work side by side. Don't answer to doesn't mean you don't work with.
No, work with is fine. I mean work under.
But that still doesn't mean that that they received their power.
Jenny's nose.
Nice loophole. Very smart one.
Wait, I'm confused about where the loophole in this is. Commissioner
worry
is
about it.
empowered to carry out the functions of the LSPD at the highest level. The commissioner does not answer to the mayor's office in any capacity.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You know, it's just me reading words.
Wait, which words am I missing?
I don't even know what she's talking about.
Yeah, neither do I. What
Me
words?
too. Don't worry about it.
Well, no, because I need to know these things. If I'm missing something, I would love to know what it is.
It's just self-interpretation. Doesn't mean I'm right.
Right, which I think is to Michael's point would be really great if we could you know, I know that the point of the term "but are not limited to"
Okay,
is so
so
there's
the
not
way
a list of
the
a
way it
thousand
reads
things. Yep, go
is
ahead.
that yes, they can put a commissioner in place. Yes, they will help you put a commissioner in place. It does. It
Read
says that
the
the
top
commissioner
two
has the ultimate
lines.
power of the PD. Cool. It does not state in there at any point that they rescind that power back from them. It just states that the commissioner has ultimate power over the
Will
PD
now answer to the
and
mayor's
that they do
office
not
with
answer the
both
mayor's office.
mayor
It
and
does
the
not say at any
acting
point
as
the mayor's
capacity
office
on
will
behalf of
step
the
back
state.
once a commissioner is selected. And you can't say it's a nuance there because if it's not stated, it means that it doesn't have to happen. Again, not limited to.
Well, sounds like something we should iron out at the next meeting. Well, wait, hold on. The commissioner is not being selected by the mayor's office, though. The commissioner is
No,
being
if-
selected by the state,
yes.
which means that's a
But you can
state-appointed
also-
position, which is above
can-
the mayor's office, no?
No, but you can also stonewall that choice anyway.
Right. So if they're
So it's
stonewalling
got to
it,
go through the mayor's office, right?
we give them the names.
Who's to say that they don't just, you know, have a hard time handing it over to the Senate, to the federal government?
Michael, do you anticipate that being an issue, handing over a list of names to the federal government?
No.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay, so again, we're gonna go back to
Okay, Jenny is just-
if that is what happens on the mayor's behalf, then that is again going back to my main point of destabilization if he is actively preventing a selection of a commissioner.
Is it stabilization if he's keeping it stable, just being in that power?
Well, then he's not following his own continuity plan.
It's not limited to. Change it any second according to that legislation.
Okay, great. Let's change it then.
I don't think.
I don't think it needs to be.
Okay,
It's fine
then
as it's.
you're just trying to give me a seizure right now. I know it, which is
I'm
really
not.
sad to
No, I'm
Yes,
not.
you are.
No,
Yes,
I'm
you
not.
are.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
Don't try to gaslight me, okay? I've been
not gaslighting
gaslit by
you.
the okay.
I just have an interpretation that none of you, I don't know what to tell you. My job for a long time was to look at things like this and write loopholes into things. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The way I could walk away with a lot of money when I did businesses and not pay anything back to the state is, loopholes. They're
Oh,
just
we
fun.
will. It
They're
just
there.
says that examples of power is that we will
I'd
collect
love to
names
hear
submitted by the
from
LSPD.
Crane about all these loopholes
just-
that he wrote into this.
Crane likes loopholes. He likes gray areas. It's open for interpretation.
So we can still
So I know law is written
select
exactly
a
as it's written as
commissioner,
it should be because
but we
it's
will
open
also
to
just
interpretation.
collect names from LSPD, meaning that we. This,
I'ma
exactly.
start
This is
interpreting
examples. Yo. Good thing I was.
Okay, well,
Cooked.
that's all I have.
Yeah, I don't think we have too much. I think every conversation basically ends the same way.
Whenever you...
people.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just hire more people. Hire more people. We need more people.
Well, I think the way that I articulated it to Jenny was we need more... Not even a lot. We need some well-trained, effective, ready to soon be teaching individuals who are also open-minded enough to take on some of the new, mindset that the PD wants them to have. Which I don't think is a unrealistic expectation to have.
Mm.
Because we're certainly not hurting for people who want to be a part of the PD.
Wait, what is Nepo?
But okay, I'm gonna go drown myself in the pool, and if anyone needs me, I'll
Nepotism?
see.
There's no point drowning
later.
yourself.
That won't do you any good.
Yeah, it won't go to you any good.
I'm gonna ocean dump myself and then
You don't need to
forget
ocean dump
everything.
yourself either. That's
Well,
not going to do you any
we're
good.
just gonna have this conversation again, and it's gonna be just.
Yeah, like nothing's going to change. We're
I'll
just
have to
gonna
relive
talk.
it again.
I don't want to.
Honestly,
Okay.
you know what the best thing you should do? You should just drink
Retire?
for 30. No, you should just drink your pain away.
No, I'm not gonna become an alcoholic like Crane.
You just need to drink your pain away for the night, and then
Nope.
tomorrow you
I'll be
won't care
hungover
about.
and I'll be less effective.
Yeah, but that's the point. If you're
No.
hungover, you don't care about what's happening, and so you don't give a shit.
I do care though, and I will give a
That's
shit no
why
matter
you need
what.
to drink.
No. That sounds counterproductive.
Sometimes kind of productivity leads to the best answers.
Okay. I feel like I heard a sheriff say that once and it didn't end well for him.
I feel that I once got an entire law passed based on the fact that I had a glass of wine and went at it with a judge. So I don't know.
Well,
I've
you have your
experienced them both, yeah.
anecdotal evidence and I have mine.
Anyway, don't ocean dump yourself. I don't want that. Neither does anyone else. That would make everyone really
Maybe
upset.
not everybody.
Dakota, stop it.
Okay.
Stop it. You just literally got told by Michael that he wouldn't that he would literally defend you if anything happened.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Michael. I appreciate Michael looking out for me and having my best interest in mind. Honestly, I really do.
But
So I am very thankful for that. Truly.
Mhm. Stop saying you're gonna ocean dump yourself.
Well, to be fair, Suarez might do it by accident. So.
Honestly, I was gonna say the more likely Suarez is gonna kill you by
okay,
mistake.
y'all
so
need
you
to
should probably
calm
hold off for that
down.
one
Does
instead.
he even talk this much
Okay.
in council meetings? Does Michael say anything in council meetings?
Okay, look after yourself. Okay?
Yo,
All right, I'll see everyone later. Safe travels.
I'll try. Fucking 10.5 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's on one of them.